Friends, in this session we will understand the concept of break-even analysis. So before getting into the technicalities of the concept, let us understand some fundamentals. We know from sales, if we remove the cost, we'll get what is known as profit, right? This cost can be divided into two. One is variable cost and the other one is fixed cost. So the cost can be divided into two components. So what I'll do, instead of writing here as a single cost, I'll write the cost or divide the cost into two. So I'll rewrite this now. From sales, instead of removing single item cost, I'll remove the variable cost first. Then once variable cost is removed, what will get something is known as contribution. Because from sales, if you remove variable cost, you will get a profit, and that profit is called contribution, because this portion is what going to contribute for covering the fixed asset and for giving profits to the owners. So from contribution, if you remove the fixed cost, what you will get is known as profits. So instead of single cost, here we have divided the cost into two. One is variable cost and the other one is fixed cost, and finally we landed in profit. Now to understand this in a better way, I'll give numbers. Let's say the sales is going to be 100 and I'm going to tell you that variable cost is 60. So from 100, if I remove 60, I'll get a contribution of 40, and I'm going to give you the fixed cost is also 60. So fixed cost is 60, contribution is 40. So whether this company has profit? No. They have in turn a loss of 20. They have a loss of 20. Now I'll give you another scenario where the sales of the company is 200. The sales of the company is 200, and here we have understood that variable cost is 60 when the sales was 100. So the variable cost could be 120 when the sales was 200, and here the contribution is 80. But what about the fixed cost? Whether the fixed cost also would jump along with sales? No, it will not. That's why it is called fixed, and the cost which jumps or moves along with sales is called variable cost. Here 60 has moved along with sales, so 60 has become 120, whereas fixed cost will remain fixed even if the sales level goes up. So here the fixed cost will remain at 60. So now there is a profit. There is a profit of how much? 20. 80 minus 60, there is a profit of 20. But now we are in the session to understand what is known as break-even point. Break-even point is a point where there will be no profit, no loss for the business. See, when the company was making sales of 100, they were suffering a loss of 20. When they were making sales of 200, they were making a profit of 20. We are interested in knowing what is the point of sales at which the company would neither make profit nor make loss. So that is called break-even point. So at break-even point, the profit of the company would be 0. So we understand the profit of the company would be 0, but whether the fixed cost will undergo change during the break-even point? No. During break-even point also the fixed cost would remain fixed at the same level. Let's say it remains at 60. So we understand profit is a result of what? Profit is a result of removing fixed cost from contribution. Here when you remove the fixed cost of 60 from 80, you got the profit of 20. Here when you remove the fixed cost of 60 from 40, you got the loss of 20. Here you have nothing. It means your contribution is equal to fixed cost. If you have a contribution of 60 and fixed cost of 60, you will not have any profit and no loss. So here your contribution is supposed to be how much? 60. So now this is going to tell us something very important, the percentage of contribution to sales. Look at here, the 40 is the contribution when the sales was 100, right? The 40 is the contribution when the sales was 100. It means the contribution percentage is 40. And 80 is the contribution when the sales was 200. So 80 on 200, it means the contribution was also 40. And what is this contribution? How you will get this contribution? You will get the contribution if you remove the variable cost from sales. So if your contribution is 40%, variable cost is supposed to be 60%. So if this 80 is 40%, then 60% is 120. And here if this 40 is 40%, then 60% is 60. Similarly, here you have 60 and you should know what is the variable cost of it. So for that, look at here, when 80 on 200 was the contribution, its variable cost was 60%. See, when the contribution is 40%, variable cost would be how much? It would be 60%. So in our case, what is the contribution? In our case, the contribution is 60, right? So 60 on 40%. 60 is actually 40%. So with this, we'll be able to calculate what is the sales. If the 60 represents 40%, what is 100%? The 100% would basically convey the sales. So if 60 is 40%, 100% is sales, which is 150. So now this would tell us what is the variable cost. So this is 100%, this is 40%. So 60% should be the differential figure. So we understand variable cost is equal to 60%. Okay. So 60% on sales would be, say, 90. So now we have the information of sales, we have the information of variable cost. So we can fit them here. Our sales is 150, variable cost is 90, and contribution is 60. But why all this fundas? Why? What is that we are trying to find out here? The point of sales at which there is no profit or no loss. And how we were able to find out that? We were able to find out by identifying the contribution percentage. So understand the point at which the contribution is equal to fixed cost. The point at which the contribution is equal to fixed cost is a point for break even. So let us summarize. At break even point, there will not be any profit and there will not be any loss, and follow it. At break even point, the contribution will be equal to fixed cost. Contribution will be equal to fixed cost. So till break even point, or break even point is the sales level which will cover all the cost, and if the company wants to make profits, it should achieve the break even level soon, and the sale which is beyond the break even point only would give profit. So profits can be imagined only after break even point.
Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you liked this lecture. If you wish to learn more on the areas related to this topic, check our comprehensive course. I have shared the details and link in the description below. Click, sign up and enroll. I'll see you inside the course.